There's nobody who can tell you what your purpose is. I want to start off by saying that because a lot of people nowadays act like, or maybe this has always been like that, people will tell you what to do and what not to do. And they also say things like, oh, you shouldn't give up. Don't give up, whatever you do. Giving up is not a bad thing. In fact, giving up is just a symptom of being engaged with something that is not actually important to you. If you're giving up on something, that only means it was not really that important to you. That's the only reason why you will ever give up on anything. So there's nothing wrong with giving up. Look at the moon. Oh, you cannot see it, it's overexposed here. Let me see. Where is it? Cannot find it. Hello? Moon, where are you? Oh, you genuinely cannot see it. Oh, it's there. See that? It's like, it almost looks like a cloud over there. Anyway. Maybe the sunset is nicer. How do you know yourself? How do you find yourself? You already know yourself. You really do. It's just that you're so confused by all the bullshit that people are telling you. Like, you should be doing this, you should be like this, and this is good and this is bad, and this is what you're supposed to do. Nobody can tell you what your purpose is. Nobody can tell you what you should be doing. It's really impossible. First of all, how do you know yourself? You know yourself by acknowledging everything as it is and yourself as you are. You're at some point in your life right now. Whatever that point in your life is, wherever you're at in life right now, you first of all just have to acknowledge that. Like, okay, I'm confused right now. Okay, I'm broke right now. Okay, I'm not really where I want to be right now. And maybe you don't even know what you want instead. That's okay. See, another thing is that people will tell you there's something wrong with that. How would you know if there's something wrong with that, really? Like, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Okay. You know, one thing that makes that whole situation less uncomfortable is seeing that you're not necessarily meant to be all comfortable your whole life anyway. I mean, that's fun for a while, but then it kind of also gets boring, doesn't it? It's not really about being happy all the time. And that's gonna sound like a little bit ilch, you know, it's gonna sound a little ilch when you first hear it maybe, but it's really not. When you just kind of acknowledge that, okay, like, if you're happy all the time, then that it also kind of just loses its meaning, and even when you're happy, you know, your life can be kind of empty, can be just kind of devoid of meaning. Can you feel that? Imagine, maybe, you know, if you play some video game You beat the video game and now you're on God mode. Now you can just do anything you want. Like, you are all powerful and there's no more challenge, no more problems for you to handle. Yeah, how long does it happen? How long does that go on until you drop the game because it just got boring now? Doesn't actually take that long in my experience. So really, it's not an issue of like how you're feeling. Don't make that the issue. It's more so an issue of not being engaged with your life. So how do you be engaged with your life, right? If that's the real issue, because it really is. Like, what does being on your purpose mean? What does being passionate mean? Really, passion is not about being joyful the whole time while you're engaged with something. It just means you're pursuing something that is genuinely important to you. So you could say that the purpose you're pursuing is just doing whatever is really important for you right now. That's what it means to be on your purpose, to just do whatever is important to you. My hair is so fucked up right now. Holy shit. You're just doing whatever is important to you, and you will know this. Passion really is being able to stick through frustration. And why would you be able to stick through frustration? Only if it's really important to you. Unless, like, if it's not important to you, then you're just gonna drop out as soon as it gets hard. And so this is what passion really means. It just means it's important to you. And so you're gonna stick to it no matter if you feel good or bad right now doing this thing. And so how do you know what that thing is? And the answer to that is you already know. You just have to acknowledge where you are at in life right now. So what does that really mean? It just means simply not trying to talk yourself out of what you're going through right now, or trying to see yourself in some way, or doing anything really. It just means to just be as you are. It's very simple. It's the most simple thing, really. Simply seeing everything as it is. There's no technique needed. In fact, if you're following a technique, then you're probably already you're probably already deluded. I want to be concise in my videos, but forgive me, because my thoughts are mostly like a jumbled mess, but I'm trying. So what does that look like in the end? Maybe right now you have no idea what you're doing, and basically just the whole key mindset shift here is to just say, okay, it's okay to not know. Because maybe right now your purpose is to find out what your purpose is. Maybe right now what's important to you is to find out what's important to you. That's part of it, you know. If you it's not really like about being spiritual, if I'm saying this right, but if you think of life in terms of like a soul's journey or whatever, then maybe that can kind of illustrate my point more clearly. If you think that, okay, where am I really at right now as a soul? Okay, right now I'm confused, I don't know what to do, but I have this feeling that I want to do something meaningful and important with my life, or I want to feel like this or like that. I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you. Nobody can tell you really. But the point is just for you to acknowledge where you're at in life right now and just feel into it, you know? And like I said, there's really no technique that I can give you, because if I were to give you some technique, then there's no formula, you know, for who you should be that I could give you. Clearly, I cannot prescribe your identity. Nobody can. So the only thing I can tell you to do, the only way I can help you, is to help you see that you shouldn't really listen to others so much, and you shouldn't think too much like, okay, it should be like this or it should be like that. No, it is the way it is. Just to be clear, it is the way it is. You are the way you are. Period. And right now you are where you are at, and you are the way you are. And there's really nothing that you can do to change that right now. You have to work from where you are at in life right now. That's the key point. You have to stop thinking like, okay, what if I'm like this? What if I think of myself as this? What if I'm this kind of person? Like, no, just, I mean, that's fine, you know, you're kind of searching, like, okay, you know, you're experimenting, that's fine. You can do that. It's not like that's wrong. But the point is just to be, right? To be yourself. That's what that means. You just drop your kind of expectation for, or like your clinging to how you would like it to be, and instead you return to how it really is. And if you don't do that, you can never really be in alignment with reality and with your true self, if you want to call it that. So really, this whole video is basically just kind of to me, like, when I realized this, it cheered me up and gave me some strength to keep going. Because yeah, it's really hard, right? Being lost in life and not knowing what to do, not knowing the way out. But you have to keep going. That's the only thing that there is to do, really. And there's nobody who can tell you what that should look like. So, you know, people will be telling you, oh, you have to work out, or you have to put in the hours, you have to go do this, like, develop a high income skill, you have to do sales, you have to do this and that. No, nobody can really tell you what is right for you. And you kind of know what is right for you. Like, there's just some, like, we all have something that we are thinking of doing, right? Like, okay, maybe I want to try this. Actually, about that, there's like levels to this. The more you kind of become more present with where you are really at in life right now, the more you just kind of acknowledge how it really is to be yourself right now, the faster you can actually go, like the faster you can really progress toward what is meaningful to you. The more you cling to some kind of notion, some kind of idea for how you should be, or like some hack or whatever, like advice that people are giving you, the more you will really slow down, if you ask me. Like, there's things that you can learn from following other people's advice, But really, if you come across some advice that doesn't really resonate, don't feel like, okay, I should be doing this. No, like there's no right and wrong here. Everybody's different, clearly. There's no formula. And really, it's this whole thing is a mystery, right? Who can say what we are here to do? Trying to think if there's some other thing that I can give you on your way with you. One thing I want to add is that this whole thing about your purpose or what's important to you is really a dynamic thing, I think. Like, obviously what is important to you changes from moment to moment. And that's okay. You don't really have to know where you're going or what you're really doing right now, where it's gonna lead. You just have to listen to yourself, you just have to pursue what's most important to you right now in this moment. Nobody can really know where everything is, like, nobody can really say where the road is leading. And you don't have to. Obviously we all want to know, because we want this kind of feeling of security. We're just anxious and stuff. But in the end, if we actually knew everything that was gonna happen, then we would be bored too. And that's why everybody hates their 9 to 5. Because it's all the same shit again and again. It's predictable. Nobody actually likes this life. So if you want a life of purpose and meaning, then you just have to give yourself that freedom and just follow whatever is important to you right now. And whether that be thinking and meditating, or watching whatever YouTube videos, trying to find some advice, trying to find some perspective, that can all be part of it. Or maybe it is trying something, maybe it is acting, maybe it is in fact committing to something and trying it for a while, sticking to it with consistency. But nobody can really tell you what that is. You just have to do whatever is important to you right now. Just acknowledge everything as it is and do whatever is important to you right now. And that is all you can do. This is the thing. There's nothing more that you can do, possibly. You cannot become clairvoyant suddenly and know the right path without ever struggling, without ever being confused. It just happens when it happens, right? You will understand whenever you understand. You can try to think and you can stress yourself about it, but in the end, the result from your thought, like, you can set the intention to think, but you cannot really control what comes out, right? So really, you can let go of the stress. You might as well, because it's not really helping anything. Because you cannot control the what you get back, You cannot really control the results. You can only control your intention. So just give yourself some credit. Don't be so hard on yourself, because you're trying your best. Everybody's trying their best, really. Might not look like it. I guess in fact, some people they might have given up in some way, where they are just like, okay, I don't think I can do it, I don't think I can live a life of purpose, or whatever fantasies that I had, and they just drop it, and then they get stuck in some job that they don't even like, or that they see no meaning in. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, obviously. That's like the only thing that you shouldn't do. But at the same time, maybe you're also gonna learn from that situation, and at some point you will just have you'll have a realization from all the pain that you endure there, and maybe that leads to a transformation, who can say? But I would say don't give up, even though you might be going through some shit and things seem hopeless. Keep going, keep searching, keep asking, keep looking, keep trying, Just follow what is, like, follow your desire, right? Just follow the thing, whatever it is that you want. Even if you cannot really define it. If you cannot define it, then keep searching. If you want to search, just do whatever is important to you. And that's it. I hope you can take this to heart, and I hope it can help you. I actually have to watch out here because I just realized there's snails everywhere. I don't want to step on one. But yeah, I hope this can help you in some way on your journey. Life is a journey in that sense, that you are just progressing somehow, but really there is no progress and there is no journey. It's just that I guess it's more like, this is my impression right now. My impression right now of life is that it's kind of like a journey of finding back to ourselves, just how we were as children. If you think about it, when we were children, we were born happy, and we didn't need a reason to be happy. We're just happy, and you just find joy in just being a human. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it, right? I mean, in and of itself, just being being a human is kind of cool, right? It's just that the whole stress of what we think we have to do and being in disharmony with the world is stressful, right? It makes it not very enjoyable. So I guess you could say that the journey is about coming into alignment with yourself and the world, coming into harmony with yourself and the world, living in harmony with yourself and the world. Being in harmony with yourself and the world, right? That's the whole issue. That's the whole problem that we all having. We want to be a certain way, but it's not really in harmony with the world. Otherwise, we could just do whatever we want, right? And in a way, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, there's the problem, There are some responsibilities. You have to do something to survive. You have to do some work. Or you have to, just earn your food somehow. Maybe some additional responsibilities. And in today's world, it's stressful. So, whatever the case, this is the basic point. You have to just acknowledge how it is right now and work from there. That's what you need to do. Okay, so I hope this helped you a little bit. Let me know if it did, and if you have some questions, if you have some thoughts, I would be happy to hear them. I will read all of my comments. I always do. And yeah, leave a like if it helped you. If you like, follow me for more. I'm planning tentatively to post more videos. I still don't really know what I'm doing either. But right now, at least, I'm feeling some inspiration for making these videos. So I might keep going. And yeah, so take care and see you in the next one maybe. Bye-bye.